JBSports. I'm your host, John Thornton, and today is not Wednesday, it's Thursday. I did miss yesterday. I apologize, but I'm making up for it now. Um, so usually when it's Wednesday, I talk about wrestling because it's Wrestling Wednesdays, but we'll get straight into it with Royal Rumble. So Royal Rumble, honestly, I really like the pay-per-view. I thought it was pretty good. There's been a lot of conflictions on people who won and people who thought they shouldn't have won, and we'll get into that. So, first one, we'll get into the Women's Rumble. One, amazing to see Alexa Bliss back. That was great. Um, she has been missed. Not everybody thought she wasn't going to be there because like people said she wasn't, but the dirt sheet said they wouldn't. She wouldn't, but we got swerved. Jordan Gracie came out. That she was great to see. It's cool to see her on the main roster. I don't know if it'll be SmackDown or Raw where she'll be staying yet, but whichever one, she'll be a great addition to the brand. I can definitely see her having a good match with Rhea Ripley, a lot of the women's wrestlers. So hopefully she can come on to the roster soon. Next one, any other surprise? Nikki Bella, I think she's going to be back on SmackDown. It just makes sense. I mean, I think she could have a good feud with Tiffany, being like, "Oh, I was kind of what you were a while ago," stuff like that. You can kind of get that storyline going. Her being the last one, I mean, I think everybody wanted AJ Lee, but we might just have to accept that she might just never come back. I know we were blessed with CM Punk coming back, but I don't I don't know if we're gonna I don't know if we'll see her come back in WWE. And if not, it's okay. I mean, she will be missed. It would be great to see another run with her, but I don't know if that's gonna come to fruition. But going into the Women's Rumble, Roxanne Perez, perfect, great performance. She didn't win. She was the last two, but she was the final before. Yeah, she was runner up. That's what I meant. She was runner up to winning, and she was doing great. And then Charlotte did throw her out. The whole Rumble, pretty good. You had some cool spots. Maxine Dupree looked good when she was in there, so she's getting better. Nia Jax eliminated like a bajillion people for one spot. Um, you had Chelsea Green doing some funny stuff and then getting eliminated by Piper Niven. So you're gonna have a storyline probably there soon. A lot of storylines come out of it. Liv Morgan versus Alexa Bliss, I think, will come from it because Alexa Bliss was eliminated by Liv Morgan. So I think that's a storyline that can come to fruition after, well, when Alexa Bliss returns. But I don't know if she's going to go to SmackDown, beat the Wyatt Six, or they're going to put her on her own. But I feel like I'd rather have her on her own. I'd want to see those storylines, but it's fine. So going into the end, Charlotte did come back, and Charlotte did indeed win the Women's Rumble. Did I think Charlotte was going to win? She was one of the ones up there. I did say I thought Jade Cargill might come back and win, so I was wrong with my pick there with the Royal Rumble predictions. I was 2 for 4, so it's the first time I haven't got my prediction, so I will be doing a punishment, and it'll be out soon, but just letting you know that. But yeah, did I want Charlotte to win? Not really. I mean, a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, she just came back. Why does she deserve it?" That type of stuff happens all the time. Don't act like it hasn't happened. Like it's happened before, so deal with it. Because John Cena's returned from injuries and done it before, and John Cena is totally different than Charlotte Flair, of course. Which we'll get into John Cena again because people are mad about that too. But there's a whole storyline behind it, which I'm thinking. But yeah, Charlotte wins. Not everyone's happy. I mean, a lot of the internet wrestling community, IWC, is not happy with both outcomes, but specifically, people don't want to see Charlotte winning anymore. I mean, it's gotten to a point where it kind of just doesn't make sense sometimes for storylines, but you know what? She's back. Let's see what she can do. On Raw, she had a pretty mid promo. It was not good. She was just basically calling Rhea Ripley a kid and just got in a small argument with her. Said she was going to go to NXT, which please do not challenge for the NXT Championship again. That would just no, just don't do it. But yeah, so Charlotte wins. I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, it's okay that she won. At least it's someone that like has the moxie or the prowess that they can win it. She is the first women's two-time winner, I believe. So, congrats to her. But I would have liked to see another person win it. Maybe even Roxanne Perez. I kind of like Roxanne Perez going into it at the end. I wanted her to win, but it is what it is. So, next match was Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY for the Tag Team Championships, 2 out of 3 falls match. Um, Great match. I mean, it was a pretty good match. Wrestling wise, it was pretty good. It was storyline. It was kind of going through it. I mean, the ending a little subpar. I mean, it's great to see the Street Profits in a heel mode. I've been wanting to see either them turn heel or them split apart, which I don't know if we're gonna see for a long time. So a heel is the best we can get from it. But seeing them as a heel come in, disrupt the match, lose Motor City Machine Guns their titles, and well, the title opportunity, and just go full chaos mode with hitting them with crutches and stuff. Absolutely insane. Love the look for the Street Profits. Now, Motor City Machine Guns, I think they'll still stay in that title kind of area, but I don't know if they'll get another chance unless it's a triple threat. But overall, honestly, it was a pretty good match. Next one, this match is a big one. Cody Rhodes in a ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship versus Kevin Owens. Wow. What a match that was. Already, I mean, it's the first pay-per-view of the year, but can we really argue that it's like might be one of the best matches? It'll stand through the rest of the year. There's not much that can top that. Cody finally embracing his heelish type, the Cody Lander, like we all like to say. It was a brutal match. It was just straight up bloodbath. It was just back and forth. You had that slam through the ladder that was crushed up by the other ladder in the rope. That was nasty. And then the Alabama slammer through the ladder. Oh my gosh, that is something I'd love to see out of Cody. We want this heel. We want this heel Cody Rhodes. I can't wait for it. It would be such a good character. You have Cody finally like, listen, I left. I came back. I did it for all of you. And what do I get in return? I just get beat down, beat down, beat down. And it just turned into this whole character where it's like, you guys don't respect me enough. You guys don't love me enough. I'm taking it to my own hands. And he has that heel type persona, which I think he can do really good because he was pretty good at heel promos when he was out of the WWE. So hopefully he can turn heel because I think it would make a lot of money. That would be insane. And some of the matches where he's a heel instead of the face, even better. So Cody Rhodes wins, and then at the end, after the slam, climbs the ladder, gets it, walks away, then walks back to pose on the announce table over Kevin Owens when Kevin Owens is just dying. Insane, dude is going full crazy mode. He's like, "Listen, Kevin, you're pulling out a side of me I don't like, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna knock you out." Alabama slam it through the ladder, take a picture for the gram on top of him, and then head out and go home. Look your wounds later. So he goes out, and then it's the big it's one of the big kahuna of the night, as people would say, the men's Royal Rumble. Some returns. AJ Styles, great to have him back. Finn Balor kind of returns after 2 week off stint, but I don't really know if that's too much of a return. Which this new character is interesting, but uh, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, AJ Styles is great to be back. You had Speed come in. Speed coming in was absolutely insane. So Speed. So Akira Tozawa gets attacked by I believe it was Carmelo, and he gets knocked out of the Rumble. They bring him back. They're like, he didn't go in the ring yet, so it doesn't count. But we need someone to go out there. You know who they pick? Triple H looks around. He says, "Oh, hey Speed, go get in the Rumble." Speed's like, "What? Nah. Like, no, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this." He's like, "Just go." Speed goes out. His song plays, World Cup, the whole thing. He goes out, eliminates Otis with Braun Breaker, does a little barking match because, they both bark, unironically. And Speed is just so excited he goes for a backflip. When he lands it, you see Braun just start to gear up, starts doing his run against the ropes, catching up Speed, and you're like, oh my, Speed's gonna die from this. Like, this is insane. He hits that second rope. You see Speed start to turn, but he didn't turn quick enough. And Braun is just, boom, hit him like a freight train. One of the most disgusting spears I've seen. I would not be surprised if Speed got a concussion. I don't know if he did, but I would not be surprised because his head kind of bounced. It was an insane spear. It's like, oh, Holy moly! Because they definitely taught Speed how to take a spear, and he did not listen because that was nasty. But not only do they hit him with the spear, he looks concussed, picks him up, throws him onto Otis. Otis is mad he got eliminated by him, so he throws him over his shoulder onto the announce table when he falls to the floor. I'm like, guys, you're killing the kid. You're killing Speed. Speed says on his stream he's never gone back to WWE again, and I do not blame him. I would not want to take a spear from Braun Breaker or any of them, really, to be fair. But Braun Breaker especially, he he made it to an NFL roster as a running back. Well, practice squad, short and sweet like his NFL career, like Jay said. But still, that's really impressive. And for him to kind of have a thing that's mostly football related as a finisher, yeah, you're cooked. So that had to be painful. But nevertheless, Speed gets kicked out of the match. He gets thrown out. Uh, and the match goes on. See some fun people in there. You see some people like, yeah, you don't want to win. And then it starts to wind down. Logan Paul last ends from the Rumble, be like, ugh, ugh, ugh. You don't really. It's like he can be good sometimes, but I really wish there could have been someone better as the 30 spot in the Rumble. Someone I'd rather see. But Logan Paul is still, he's very talented and he's a great heel because he's a natural heel in real life. So he's the 30th entrant, and people start to get thrown out, thrown out, thrown out. It's just a little face off between Roman and Seth. Roman and Seth go at each other. They go over the rope. They're stumbling over the rope. Seth's holding on. CM Punk eliminates them, hits the emote. You think, oh, okay. CM Punk's got this in the bag. He just eliminated two. He's got all the momentum. Logan Paul comes out of nowhere and throws out CM Punk. I'm like, no way. I had CM Punk as my winner. So now, not only am I thinking, oh, now I have to do a punishment for not correctly predicting enough matches. Now I don't know who's gonna win. I mean, and then you're like, oh, John Cena's in there, so he's got to win. But weirdest final three. I don't think anyone could have predicted Jay or Logan to be there. John Cena, yeah, but I didn't. I did not predict the other two to be there. I thought it was gonna be like Seth Punk, Cena, Roman Punk, Cena, something of those, something like that. Not Logan Paul. Thankfully, Logan Paul gets eliminated next. But before that, let me rewind a little bit to when Seth, Roman, and Punk were on the outside. They're all mad at each other. Roman's like, "We were just partners a month ago. Why would you do that to me?" You just see Seth. He is in crash out mode. Dude jumps 2 foot curb stomps him onto the outside. 2 foot curb stomp. Not as normal 2 foot. Goes after Punk. Goes to Paul. They're like, all right, let's get, like, Seth, calm down. Let's get out of here. Seth's like, all right. He sees Roman on the steps. Goes over. Stomps him onto the staircase. It's like, Seth, oh my gosh. Like, he's crashing out. And it's going to be great to see a heel Seth Rollins again because that's what it's got to lead to. Because you don't just double curb stomp 2 foot curb stomp, and then curb stomp the same guy you just curb stomp on the outside onto the steel steps and not be a heel. So Seth crashed out. Then Logan gets eliminated. Then it's Jay, and then it's Jonathan Cena, the goat, one of the goats, not my goat, but a goat of some people. He is one of the greatest of all time. Don't let me steal you clear off that. I don't think he's bad. John and him are fighting back and forth. John's being a little corny during the match, but like, you know what? It's okay. It's John Cena. It's whatever. They get to the outside apron. You're like, all right, this is the spot. They're fighting back and forth. John almost falls. Jay almost falls. And then John puts Jay on his shoulders. You're like, okay, poor Jay. Bro's about to get attitude adjustment onto the floor. He's about to be laid out. Nope. Slides off the back and just pushes Cena off. I kind of knew when he got on, like, after a few seconds when John didn't throw him, I realized, oh, Jay's about to win this. Slides off, pushes him off. Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble. Everyone's doing the yeet. Everyone's having a great time. And in that wrestling community, of course, the IWC not having a good time because they just hate Jey Uso. And listen, my take on this. I'll get to Jay in a second. My take on John Cena. Yes, I get it. It's his last run, last Royal Rumble. In my opinion, I would like it a lot more if Cena didn't win a title at this WrestleMania and waited till later this year, because then his two best opportunities to start off the year. He didn't make it. He didn't do it. He's earning his way. He's got to really earn it. Doesn't get it in the Elimination Chamber. Punk wins it. He goes against Cody or whatever, which great match. That's a money match, which I don't know why people don't say it's a money match, but it is. But back to what I was saying. Cena doesn't win it. Say he does it. Then throughout the year, he can have this storyline where he's desperate. He knows he's kind of on heel on his promo on the end where he's like, yeah, I'm putting myself in the Elimination Chamber and it's best for business. So little heel Cena there. But throughout the year, he's getting more desperate and more desperate. Like he needs to win this last title. And everybody each time they're like, oh, he's so close. Like, why can't he just win it? And it's just desperate and desperate and desperate. And then at the end of the year, he finally wins it. I think that'd be a lot nicer than just Cena winning it first monthly career, like first month of his last year, and holds there for a few months and then just like relinquishes it. I mean, there could be great matches. I'm not saying that's bad. That's totally fine too. But I think it's kind of hard not to capitalize on what Cody and Punk have right now, especially with the title involved. And I think it would just be cooler to have Cena get the title a little later to show like how much the struggle is, because Cena's playing this card where he needs to earn it. He's not what he used to be. Then show it. Super Cena, he would have won this match or Elimination Chamber. Lickety split. Okay. He's not that Cena anymore. That's what he's going off the premise of. That's what the other wrestlers are. You can see it in the way he acts, the way he talks. So let him kind of get it like he's a younger wrestler again, or someone who's like really needs to get it. It's like the last chance. It's his last year. He wants to get that 17th title. Make him really work throughout the year to get it, in my opinion. John, he's amazing. If he wins and wins the title at Mania, I won't be mad, but I think it would be better if you just have him go throughout the whole year. He keeps almost getting there, but he doesn't get it, and then he finally gets it and finally wins that title. I think that'd be a lot better. But either way, it's John Cena. You can't really be too mad about it. But going off of John Cena being the runner-up and going to the winner, Jey Uso. A lot of people upset, a lot of people happy. The arena definitely was happy. You could see it. Kai Cenat, he was upset, but who cares what Kai has to say? Just joking. Love you, Kai. But Jey wins. Really, it's really nice for once to have a Royal Rumble where it's a swerve. Because going into this, I'm like, oh, CM Punk or John Cena. That's who's winning it. There wasn't a single doubt in my mind that was gonna be anyone but them. I'm like, no one else can win it. Maybe Roman or maybe Seth. But the first two, the first two I had winning it were either Punk or John Cena. Nothing in my mind said Jey Uso. So it is great to see a swerve. Someone like, because Charlotte's not really a swerve. You're like, okay. Once I knew Jade Cargill was, I'm like, okay, Charlotte's gonna win, unfortunately. But Jey Uso winning it complete swerve, it's amazing. It's nice to have that in wrestling where it's finally like, oh, wow, he won? Like, and I love Jey. He deserves this moment. I'm one of those Jey protectors where, listen, he did lose at Saturday Night Main Event, and he did play it off the next week, but we just gonna kind of act like Cody didn't also lose the WrestleMania before, and everyone was saying, hey, give it something new. We already saw the storyline. I was a Cody defender. I'm not like Cody Crybaby, but I was a Cody defender, and I'm like, oh, give him another shot. He's got it next WrestleMania. And a lot of people didn't want him to go next WrestleMania. And then eventually you did have that, but like, we're just not going to forget kind of things we said in the past. So, and there's storylines where people were totally fine. Like when Dolph Ziggler kept asking for one more chance at the title, everybody wanted it and wanted and wanted it. So, and of course, yes, it is Gunther. He has barely lost on the main roster. WrestleMania is a time where people lose belts. I think a few people are just thinking too much into Roman's reign, where he won 3 different WrestleManias in a row. I mean, yes, Rhea did it too, but then Rhea got hurt, and Gunther is a formidable force no matter what. Will this tarnish Gunther's legacy? No. If Jey goes to WrestleMania and challenges him, which he will, and if he if he wins, it won't challenge Gunther. It won't challenge or tarnish his legacy at all. The best Intercontinental Champion of all time hasn't had a bad run as champ. And Jey, he's one of the most over people in wrestling. You want Brock Lesnar to come back and just take the title off of him? Like, he won't come back because, the legal issues, but like something like that happening, you want just a random person to come in and take it? Like, come on now. Jey has been topping merchandise sales. He's been getting the loudest reactions. He's had the best entrances over the last year. He's earned this moment. He has come out as a single star. He can be the main event talent. The main event, Jey Uso, isn't a nickname anymore. He is the main event of WrestleMania, and some people just have to live with that. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you. But Jey Uso will make a great match because Gunther brings out the best in every wrestler. And even if you don't think Jey's a good wrestler, which he is, but if you don't think so, Gunther will bring it out of him, I guess is what you guys would want. So, Royal Rumble overall, really good. Kind of upset that I, for the first time ever, kind of lost my little challenge, but I will do the punishment for it. I just have to figure it out. Probably not Ice Bucket because it's way too cold outside. But off of Raw, going straight in to, come off of Royal Rumble, going into Raw. So Jey Uso kicked off Raw, had a kind of heartwarming promo saying how I used to not be able to do this. I didn't think I could do this. I wasn't a single star. I didn't believe in myself. I thought it was gonna be a tag team wrestler. Then I tried it out and it's worked. I've been here 15 years, hardworking years, and I'm finally here. I made it because of you guys. Starts crying, almost makes a lot of people cry. Which Jey deserves this. I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but he really does deserve it. And you're like, okay, who's going. He's talking about Gunther, and then Gunther comes out, starts talking trash, says if, oh my gosh, this line was nasty. He said, "If you pick to go against me at WrestleMania, Jey, I will put you down like a sick dog." Oh my gosh. Wow, Gunther. That was insane. Insane line by Gunther there, just going straight at Jey for no reason. But yeah, wild. He he just basically just kind of talks all the trash he wants to Jey. Jey, you got to go after him. I don't. You can go. Jey said he's gonna go holler at Cody, and then he'll be back to talk to Gunther. Do not pick Cody. The way Gunther disrespected you, there's no other chance. You have to get your get back at him at WrestleMania. No other chance. No way does a man say he's going to put you down like a sick dog and you don't go after him for the title. So hopefully Jey gets his wits together and actually goes after Gunther. But that was the first little promo going into it. Good promo. I like what happened there. Penta versus Ludwig. Penta just keeps putting on bangers. That was my chair. You don't expect you didn't expect the match because Penta and Ludwig was kind of out of nowhere. I feel like, but great match. Penta beats Ludwig, and then after Pete Dunne comes out, had the little whole thing. Penta had a great match. It's great. Penta's just amazing. I don't know what else to say. He's been great. Charlotte Flair promo already said kind of mid, basically just called Rhea Ripley a child, and then said she was going to go talk to Julia, NXT champ, and then which she was in the Royal Rumble match, and then she'll go talk to Tiffy, which I'd rather have her go after Tiffy and lose at Mania because that's kind of a match we all want, and it would boost Tiffy's title reign so much. So hopefully that's what happens. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to go for the three-peat with Rhea, but it was bad. It was literal booze for Charlotte Flair after returning after tearing her ACL. How many times are you going to say you come back and people boo you because you tore your ACL and came back and won the Rumbles? Big heat there. Next match, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee versus the New Day. New Day, new theme. I like it. I will say, Def Rebel. A lot of people saying get rid of them, Triple H, because the theme songs have not been good, and many of the talents have complained about it and tried to go back to their old theme. So, little funny thing there. Thank you, superstars, for finally voicing your opinion. We want Def Rebel out of there, please. Thank you. But yeah, the New Day been taking losses recently. they need this win. They really do, and they get it because Dragon Lee and Ray decide to get distracted by Logan Paul, and they lose the match. Which Logan Paul, the reason he's there is because he had a qualifying match for Elimination Chamber next week, so it worked out totally fine. So good for New Day. Really happy they won. Hopefully they can start to maybe go after the title soon. Uh, Next match, Elimination Chamber qualifying match, women's Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. This was a masterclass. All I'm saying is this match was amazing. Both of them were selling 100% for the other person. It was great. Amazing match. I love it. It was great action, great storytelling. It kind of sucked that Io got a jobber entrance, but then she said, "Hey, listen, I'm not a jobber. I'm a superstar," which is why she should have won the match, but she didn't because Rhea had to go stick her little nose in and punch Liv, so Io got disqualified because of Rhea. What I'm thinking is usually they have those last chance matches to get into the chamber because they have like 5 matches of people getting in, and then that last one's like for the people who undeservedly got lost, which is an EO situation. It's going to be someone else. But for the sake, we're just going to hope EO gets another chance because EO will cook in that chamber, and everyone loves EO Sky. And I'm not the biggest fan of Liv Morgan. I mean, okay, I am a fan of her, but right now I'm kind of tired of her. That's what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of Liv Morgan fans out there, and hey, like whoever you want. But right now, I want to see other people in the picture other than Liv. Next one, oh, this is just you could feel the hate coming for minutes away. Seth Rollins comes out. He starts talking about what happened. He starts talking about how, hey, your boy Punk lost, your boy Roman lost, and then I lost, and then he just goes on, and then he says Sami Zayn can take CM Punk out of this match. Sami Zayn comes out. Seth's just a hype man. He's cheering him up. He's like Sammy, 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 doing the whole nine. He's glazing. He's glazing. But he's Sami Zayn's own personal cheerleader right now. Tell Sami, hey, you got this. You know who you are. You're Sami Zayn. You've done this. You've done that. All these accolades. You know who you are. Get Sami pumped up. Sami's ready. CM Punk comes out. Seth takes off the Undertaker trench coat. He looked like Undertaker, and then the Rock under it. It's whole outfit thing. That's not what I worry about though. I worry about the wrestling. And they try to fight. Seth Rollins take off the coat and they try to fight in the ramp. Refs and security finally did their job for once. Let's be honest, and they separated. Then CM Punk and Sami Zayn have a great match. CM Punk kind of like trying to baby Sami in the beginning, like, hey, like I'm up here, you're down there. He does that whole thing. Throughout the match, Sami Zayn proves himself to CM Punk, and unfortunately, Sami Zayn lost, and Punk made it. I'm not mad. I'm happy to see Punk in the chamber. I actually really want to see Punk versus Cody, so I really want Punk to make it, but kind of sucks for Sami Zayn because just another loss he took. It's a loss after loss after loss, but this match was really, really good in my opinion. And then, one, it would have been a better match if Netflix wasn't glitching throughout the last portion of it, through the whole finish. But it's okay. We're kind of seeing it. CM Punk leaves. He gives the handshake to Sami, saying, "You know what? I respect you more. You're kind of on my level now." And you're like, "Okay, why is the camera still on Sami?" It's a long, dramatic pause. Kevin Owens shoots out like a cannon at Sami, kicks him down, and then just pile drives him. A pocket pile drive. You're like, why? Like, he's your best friend. And the reason being, he didn't help him win the match. So, Kevin Owens is a little butthurt about it. Kevin Owens is annoyed about it. But to take it out on him and then pile drive him after he just lost is insane. Kevin Owens not looking like a spring chicken. He's got a bruised eye. He's playing off his injuries. He's kind of like limping around, holding his stomach. So he's not acting like he's just like perfectly normal. He's not acting like he's healthy. So good by him to do that. But honestly, just an insane moment for him to just come over and just attack his best friend. But you know what? To each their own. If Kevin Owens is feeling on that timing, Kevin Owens is going to act on that timing. He's going to take out Sami Zayn, which hopefully leads to a match at Elimination Chamber where Randy can kind of come back and, you know, RKO Kevin Owens because, I want Randy back to kind of see that match play out. But either way, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is going to cook. I don't care if people are mad that it's happened already. It's going to be a good match, and they're totally different wrestlers from before. Then it just goes off air. Hopefully Netflix fixes their problems with the glitching because there wasn't no Wyatt 6 because they were over at SmackDown. But overall, really liked the Raw. Liked a lot of the storyline going into it. Liked a lot of the promos. Annoyed that Io lost, but overall, great Raw. Going off of this Elimination Chamber, I think there's going to be some great matches going into it. You have Seth versus Finn, I think, in a week or two. You have Logan versus Ray on Monday. So you're going to have some great matches going into it. Maybe Roman comes back. I don't think he will because he's out for the foreseeable future after the Seth Rollins attack, which basically just said, yo, Seth, come curb stomp me twice so I can take a vacation. So Roman's on vacation, everyone. Roman's on a vacay. But hopefully the Elimination Chamber match can end up great. I mean, you already have John Cena and CM Punk in Elimination Chamber match in 2025. That's already a great start. Women's, hopefully it's great too. But overall, I think they'll end up being great Elimination Chamber matches. I think you're probably gonna see women's side. Io will hopefully get in there. Liv, Nikki Bella, maybe Bianca, Naomi, Jade Cargill, probably not. But overall, they'll be great. Other than that, NXT pretty good. Charlotte kind of was there, kind of annoying. The D'Angelo family, they're going through all their stuff, and Femi, man, what can I say about him? He's a beast. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Sorry, it's on Thursday, not Wednesday like normal. Couldn't upload and record on yesterday, but I did today. So thank you guys for watching, and peace. Subscribe.